First one we got to talk about today. The Internet Archive is under attack, with the breach revealing info for 31 million accounts, which is just crazy. A pop-up message said the online archive has suffered a catastrophic security breach. As the operators say, the site has been DDoSed for days. They might have fixed it already. The Wayback Machine. Yep. Loading. It might not even load if they're being DDoSed in such a way that we can't even get on there. But what was popping up was basically let's see if I could do this from memory. If I go in the console, if I do alert, hello world. Basically, it was popping up with one of these JavaScript alerts where it was just like, hey, by the way, Web Archive has been compromised in some catastrophic security breach. When visiting the Internet Archive, archive.org, on Wednesday afternoon, The Verge was greeted with a pop-up claiming the site had been hacked. Just after 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Internet Archive founder Brewster Kahl confirmed the breach and said the website had been defaced with a notification via JavaScript library. It was an alert. It was like the most basic browser alert pop-up. The pop-up said, have you ever felt like the Internet Archive runs on sticks and is constantly on the verge of suffering a catastrophic security breach? I've never felt that way. I don't go there much. It just happened. See 31 million of you on HIBP. Wild. So what did he confirm? Let's pop this open. What we know, DDoS attack fended off for now. They probably took the site down. Defacement of our website via JS library. Breach of usernames, emails. Salted encrypted passwords. Salted encrypted. That's important. So they didn't get people's real passwords. They got the encrypted version that has a secret salt in theory. What we've done, disabled the JavaScript library, scrubbing systems, upgrading security, which that is no small matter. We'll share more as we know it. Yikes. Sorry, but DDoS folks are back and knocked archive.org. Oh, okay. This was 7 hours ago. Openlibrary.org offline. Internet Archive is being cautious and prioritizing keeping data safe at the expense of service availability. So they brought the service down, which is why we couldn't get on there, to essentially ensure the safety of their services for now. Who would do such a thing? Yeah, Jan. Who would do such a thing? The answer to that question is nation-state actors. They are going to do anything and everything they can to disrupt whatever they can. They find a loophole, they find a hole. They're scrubbing the dark web for known exploits or things out there that can disrupt anything and everything they can to potentially gain further access to doing more chaos, really. It's chaos at massive scale. HIBP refers to Have I Been Pwned? Yes, Have I Been Pwned is amazing. Have I Been Pwned is a website basically from the creators, I believe the creators of 1Password, where you can, put in your email address or something like hello@johncoates.com. And then you will be able to see, no pwnage, because I don't use that email address anywhere. But you'd be able to see where that email address, where your account shows up in data breaches that are on the dark web. So essentially what they're threatening by saying this is, hey, we have the records, we have user records of this stuff, and we're going to be putting it on the dark web as a ginormous bundle breach, etc. Right? A website where people can look up whether their information has been published and data leaked from cyber attacks. Yep. HIBP operator Troy Hunt confirmed to Bleeping Computer that he received a file containing email addresses, screen names, password change timestamps, yikes, bcrypt hashed passwords, and other internal data for 31 million unique email addresses 9 days ago, and confirmed it was valid by matching data with the user's account. One thing that might be interesting to talk about is a bcrypt hashed password, how hard it would be to crack something like that. John the Ripper is a pretty well-known, and used in a lot of cybersecurity bundles and things for cracking passwords. So if we do something like hello, it's very weak. It would crack it in less than a second because it's an English word, But if we do something like hello world, woof, 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 woof. Okay, 9 hours, probably because it's a bunch of words stuck together. But let's just mash the keyboard real quick. This would take centuries. Very strong. It's nothing that fits within like the normal, way that people try passwords. Something like password 123 very easily. Like you can get big dumps of passwords that people frequently try, and there's like millions and millions of these that, it could just attempt first to crack before it actually went through. So quick little sidebar on how password cracking works. A tweet from Have I Been Pwned said 54% of the accounts were already in its database from previous breaches. In posts on his account, Hunt gave further details on the timeline, including contacting the Internet Archive about the breach on October 6th and moving forward with the disclosure process to today. When the site was defaced and DDoSed at the same time, they were loading the data into Have I Been Pwned to begin notifying affected users. Okay, so they essentially got wind of this September 30th. They got the breach. They're looking at it October 5th, a couple days ago. They got a chance to look at it October 6th. They're getting in contact with Internet Archive. They're looking through this. And this timeline, so it was several days. This was not just something that was disclosed yesterday by the hackers themselves. After closing the message, the site loaded normally, albeit slowly. Classic DDoS. Something that might be interesting to explore is what it actually takes, because I can, again, pop open very easily. I could pop open the console alert. Woof, woof, woof. And there, it pops open the alert. It's nothing fancy in JavaScript, but this essentially would have to be part of the site's source code for that to actually pop up when you visit that server, when you visit that site. So that might be an interesting little experiment to go down the path of. Let's go into temp. Let's make dir alert test. Let's go into alert test. So now what we can do, now that we have this AI model up and running, let's just generate a basic HTML 5-page with that includes a JavaScript file that let's see, JavaScript file which runs an alert. Let's grab this. Let's yank that and then slap that in there. Index, HTML, doc type. Yeah, we don't need that. Blah, blah, blah. Title, script, sure. Welcome to the alert proof of concept. And let's actually go there. Index.html. Welcome to the alert proof of concept. Exactly. Let's add a script.js. Let's go in there. Let's put that in there. And let's just, this is probably the dumbest proof of concept in the world, but hello proof of concept. Let's reload this page. Long story short, getting this little proof of concept alert requires that the actual rendered HTML, I'm guessing that archive.org or the Internet Library, all these things, I'm guessing that they more or less have some rendered piece of, this that ends up being in the DOM that then executes some JavaScript or probably TypeScript or something. And this could be part of a library. We've sort of unfurled a lot of that, but this could be part of some library that maybe they did like a supply chain attack. Maybe really this little bit here is actually in like a library that would be something like, and I have no idea if this is actually how this works, but library, some JavaScript.js. And maybe they don't even own that source code. Maybe that's just something that they like include and grab and then inject into the web page itself. So proof of concept complete. Somehow they were able to inject some JavaScript into that app. We hit OK. Yeah, I wish that this was one of those things that could just get left alone because it's an incredible resource. And I hope it comes back up soon and everything is okay. Yeah, thoughts and prayers to all those devs and people working on that today. Man, we hear about these things. It's like every day there's a new alert, some new cybersecurity craziness that people are doing. Yeah, I wish that was not the case. You can't exist on the internet today without getting pwned, it seems. And honestly, like that's a part of DevSecOps, developer security operations, is kind of understanding that like you are gonna get pwned anyways. Like your emails are not private if they exist on some other service. You can definitely be careful with that, and do good practices to not let those emails and things exist and get sniped out in the wild. But still a little wild. Being a citizen of the internet is a dangerous, dangerous place. So be careful. Do yourself good. Follow some best practices. Use a password manager. Use strong passwords, as we saw previously.